The history of Syria is a long and complex story that spans thousands of years, weaving together the rise and fall of empires, the interplay of cultures, religions, and civilizations, as well as the enduring struggle of its people. As one of the world's oldest inhabited regions, Syria's story begins in prehistoric times and continues to the present day, marked by moments of immense prosperity, innovation, conflict, and resilience. Located at the crossroads of the Mediterranean, the Arabian Peninsula, and Mesopotamia, Syria has always been a key point of connection and exchange. Its rich geography, with fertile plains, rivers like the Euphrates, and access to the Levantine coast, made it a cradle for early human settlement and one of the centers of the Neolithic Revolution. Archaeological evidence indicates that Syria was inhabited as far back as the Paleolithic period. Sites like Tel Abu Huraira and Ain Ghazal are among the earliest known examples of settled farming communities. These settlements emerged around 10,000 BCE and played a pivotal role in the development of agriculture, animal domestication, and early urban life. By 3000 BCE, city-states like Ebla, Mary, and Ugarit had risen, leaving behind cuneiform tablets that provide insight into trade, diplomacy, and governance. Ebla, in particular, was a powerful kingdom during the 3rd millennium BCE. It controlled trade routes and had extensive ties with Mesopotamia, Anatolia, and Egypt. The city's archives, discovered in the 20th century, revealed one of the earliest known written languages and shed light on the sophisticated administration of the time. Similarly, Ugarit, on the Mediterranean coast, was a hub of cultural exchange and is credited with the development of one of the earliest alphabets. In the 2nd millennium BCE, Syria came under the influence of larger empires. The Amorites, Hittites, and later the Egyptians vied for control of the region. By the mid-14th century BCE, the Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten was involved in a power struggle over Syrian cities with the Mitanni and the emerging Hittite Empire. The Bronze Age collapse around 1200 BCE brought widespread turmoil to the eastern Mediterranean, but also marked the rise of new players such as the Arameans and the Phoenicians. The Assyrian and Persian periods. By the 1st millennium BCE, the Neo-Assyrian Empire had emerged as the dominant power in the region. Assyrian kings like Tiglath-Pileser III and Sargon II integrated Syria into their empire, imposing their authority through military campaigns and administrative reforms. After the fall of the Assyrian Empire in the late 7th century BCE, the Babylonians briefly controlled the region before it was conquered by the Achaemenid Persian Empire in 539 BCE under Cyrus the Great. The Persians ruled Syria as part of their vast empire, fostering trade and infrastructure while respecting local cultures and religions. The conquest of the Achaemenid Empire by Alexander the Great in 333 BCE marked the beginning of the Hellenistic era. Syria became a key part of the Seleucid Empire, founded by one of Alexander's generals, Seleucus I Nicator. Cities like Antioch were established, blending Greek and local cultures in a synthesis that shaped the region for centuries. In 64 BCE, the Roman general Pompey annexed Syria, turning it into a Roman province. Under Roman rule, cities like Palmyra flourished as centers of trade, art, and architecture. Palmyra, in particular, became a wealthy city-state due to its strategic location along the Silk Road, and its leader, Queen Zenobia, briefly challenged Roman authority in the 3rd century CE. Christianity began to spread in Syria during the Roman period, with Antioch becoming a major center of early Christian thought. The Roman Empire's transition to Christianity under Constantine in the 4th century further cemented the region's importance in religious history. The 7th century brought profound change to Syria with the rise of Islam. After the decisive Battle of Yarmouk in 636 CE, Syria was incorporated into the rapidly expanding Islamic Caliphate. Damascus became the capital of the Umayyad Caliphate in 661 CE under Muawiyah I. The Umayyads transformed the city into a political and cultural capital, commissioning iconic structures like the Umayyad Mosque, which remains one of the greatest examples of Islamic architecture. The Umayyad period saw a fusion of Byzantine, Persian, and Arab traditions, creating a flourishing of science, art, and governance. However, the dynasty fell in 750 CE, replaced by the Abbasids, who shifted the capital to Baghdad. Although Syria remained an important region, it experienced relative decline during this period. In the 12th century, Salah al-Din, Saladin, founder of the Ayyubid dynasty, reclaimed much of Syria and Jerusalem from the Crusaders. A brilliant military leader and statesman, Saladin is remembered for his efforts to unite Muslim forces and his chivalry toward enemies. The Ayyubid period was followed by the Mamluks, who defeated the Mongols at the Battle of Ain Jalut in 1260 and ruled Syria for nearly 3 centuries. In 1516, Syria was conquered by the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Selim I. The Ottomans administered Syria as part of their empire for 400 years, maintaining relative stability while incorporating the region into their vast trade networks. Cities like Aleppo became centers of commerce and culture, connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa. The 19th century brought new challenges, including European imperial ambitions and internal reforms. The rise of nationalism, coupled with Ottoman decline, set the stage for profound changes. The opening of the Suez Canal in 869 and competition among European powers heightened Syria's strategic importance. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and leave a like to support the channel.